And now, please welcome tonight's host, Katie Linendahl.
Well, hello, my friends. How are we feeling here in Washington, D.C.? I think we can do a little better than that. How are we feeling here in Washington, D.C.? That is what I am talking about. Well, I get to officially say welcome to the finale of the Thermo Fisher Scientific Junior Innovators Challenge. You have been so patient. You've been so amazing all week, and now we are right here, right now. Did you have a good week? Yes. Give me one word. Just yell it out to me to describe the week you had. Unique. We'll be friends. I love it. Well, let's pause and let me tell you something you already know. It's a big deal you're here. Because when we zoom out and look at the big picture, a program for Society for Science, Thermo Fisher JIC is the top science and engineering research competition in the entire United States. All made possible by the generous support from Thermo Fisher Scientific, along with our competition sponsors and educational partners. And we, of course, hope, yes. We hope this week has been inspiring and encouraged each of you to follow through on your passion for science and research through high school and, of course, well beyond. And then I want you to look around you because 30 of the most brilliant minds are sitting right here, selected from nearly 2,000 students across 48 states and 4 U.S. territories. And this week, you have blown our minds with the research. You've rocked the team challenges, showing off not just what you know, but also how you can create and how you can collaborate. And also, one of the things I really love, think on your feet. And we're so hyped to celebrate you and your amazing achievements, and also because you are the future of STEM. And I think this future, as I'm looking around, looks pretty darn bright. Am I right? Well, before we get the awards program started, I want to talk about why we're all here. Because STEM isn't just homework or test scores. It's just using your curiosity, too, for the real world. And it's about what I like to say, passion and purpose. And in my world, in 20 years of TV and media, I get to do something really cool. I get to showcase some of the most amazing technologies out there to my audiences in the millions. And I have to say that the innovations that I really love aren't the ones that are the flashy gadgets. Those are cool too. But they're the ideas that help people live better, move easier, and solve real-world problems. So I thought before we kicked off the program, I could quickly share with you a few of my favorite awesome breakthroughs that I've seen in the last year, and really also just prove what you guys are proving, that science can change lives. Can I do that for you? Can I share a few of my favorites? Do we have any sports fans here? We got some sports fans? Well, I started my career at ESPN, so I have always loved building a good countdown. So I thought I would do this countdown style, top 3. Let's dive into it. Because again, some of the most meaningful technology I've ever seen doesn't chase headlines, it changes lives. And that's why we're gonna go with number 3, Glide. This was created by a guy I met named Amos Miller. And Amos lost his sight in his 20s. And he said, I'm gonna create Glide. Glide is a lightweight AI-powered cane that helps people who are visually impaired move with confidence. Inside are sensors that can spot obstacles, locate doors, and even guide users through routes on Google Maps using haptic feedback. And Amos shared a crazy statistic with me. He said, you know what, Katie, believe it or not, 98% of people who are visually impaired, they don't use a cane or a guide dog. Not because they don't want the help, but because those tools can be hard to access or hard to adapt to. And Glide finally bridges that gap. And when I featured this on the Today Show, which is one of the top morning shows in the country, the response was overwhelming. And all these emails started flooding in from people all across the world saying this gave them hope in what technology can be. And I think the key point here is the best tech, it doesn't show off. It shows up for people who need it. All right, let's go to number 2. Amos is awesome. He and I have become really good friends, and I'm excited about the next iteration of Glide. Now let's jump from sidewalks to stadiums, because a few years ago, a guy I went to high school with, he called me up. He's like, Katie, you gotta see this. I created this gadget, 7 years in the making, and you have to come check it out. And when I saw it, I was blown away. Engineers who also build robots for the Department of Defense are now helping athletes train smarter. And the result is this gadget. It's called Pete, and it's the world's first robotic wide receiver. Pete can sprint down a field, catch passes, even run faster than a human being, helping quarterbacks train anywhere, anytime. And my buddy was a former college quarterback who teamed up with engineers to make practice smarter and give quarterbacks access to high-level training anywhere they wanted it. We've been at events like the Pro Bowl and the Army-Navy game, and now even top teams are taking a look at it. So you saw it here first. And I think the key point here is innovation happens when you go back to mixing passion with purpose and building what's missing. All right, you ready for number one? Okay. This last innovation takes us into one of my favorite categories, and maybe some of yours too, which is healthcare. And it's one of the most moving cases of AI that I have ever covered. This is Early Point, and it is a groundbreaking technology that helps doctors detect signs of autism in children earlier than the traditional methods. And it tracks a child's eye movements as they watch short videos, then uses machine learning to identify subtle patterns that may say, hey, that's a developmental difference. This technology was once the size of a refrigerator, and now it's in a simple tablet. And for parents, this means earlier answers, earlier support, and a better start for their kids. And I think this is science meeting compassion and proof that AI, it doesn't replace people, it amplifies them. And the key point here is the most powerful technology helps us understand people sooner and support them better. So whether it's helping someone walk with confidence, helping athletes train smarter, or helping doctors see sooner, I think all these innovations, they share one thing. Again, building with heart, with passion, and purpose. And I think that's the real future of technology. Not just faster, flashier, but meaningful. And I have to say, maybe the next idea that changes the world won't come from Silicon Valley. Maybe it'll come from one of you. What do you guys think? Yeah? Well, thank you so much for letting me share a few of my gadgets. I have to tell you, I test thousands of gadgets. It's really hard to narrow down. But let's kick things off, because I hear we have a little awards program to get to, do we not? I'm excited. I'm more excited than you are, okay? All right, without further ado, I'd like to invite our very first speaker to the stage, who is no stranger to anyone in this room. Let's hear it for President and CEO of Society for Science and Executive Publisher of Science News, Maya Ajmera. Maya, welcome to the stage.
Hello. Hi. How's everyone this evening? Good? Okay. I am excited to welcome everyone to the 2025 Thermo Fisher Scientific Junior Innovators Challenge. On behalf of the Society for Science, our Board of Trustees, and our partners at Thermo Fisher Scientific, thank you for joining us to celebrate this year's finalists. I'd also like to extend a warm welcome to our Society for Science trustee, Dr. Lance Collins, Vice President and Executive Director of the Virginia Tech Innovation Campus. What a week it has been for our finalists. Through their rigorous research projects and this week's team challenges, these young scientists and engineers have shown they have what it takes to succeed wherever life takes them. And believe me, life can take you to many unexpected places. Today, I am President and CEO of Society for Science. But did you know, like you, our finalists, I competed in science competitions. I was a science fair kid in middle school and high school. I would even take my research to the most prestigious science competition, the Westinghouse Science Talent Search, produced by Society for Science and now known as Regeneron Science Talent Search. My success in science competitions led me to study neuroscience in college with a plan to eventually earn an MD PhD. But along the way, I had an opportunity to travel the world Backpacking across Asia on a fellowship after college, I had a chance to see how young people lived, the challenges they faced, and the solutions they were implementing. After I got back, I decided to hold off on the MD PhD and instead, at the age of 23, founded the Global Fund for Children to invest in innovative community-based organizations serving the most vulnerable young people in the world. Today, the organization has invested over $70 million to over 1,000 grassroots organizations serving 11 million young people. But over 30 years later, I'm still investing in young people, leading an organization dedicated to investing in STEM talent around the world. While what you do in a lab might look very different from what you do leading an organization, both require the skills that the scientific endeavor nurtures and requires: the ability to think analytically, the tolerance for ambiguity, and the fearlessness to ask big questions. Indeed, what you learn in science can set you up for success in any field. Take, for instance, Christina Constantini, who competed at the International Science and Engineering Fair. Today, she's a filmmaker, best known for her Disney Plus and Hulu documentary, Sally, and the Emmy award-winning series, Science Fair, the series. Another alumnus is Daniel Biss, who competed in both STS and ISAF. After a successful career as a mathematics professor at the University of Chicago, he went on to serve in the Illinois House of Representatives and the Illinois Senate, and today he's the mayor of Evanston, Illinois, and is currently running for Congress. And then there is Michelle Hackman, who competed in STS. Today, she's a Wall Street Journal reporter and has covered stories related to immigration, health, and national education policy. And she is one of our guests here tonight. And one alumnus who has been in your shoes as a finalist in our middle school competition is Sheil Tile. 20 years after competing, Sheil is now the founder and CEO of Amplo, a global venture capital firm. While I want you all to become scientists and engineers, most of all, I want you to solve the world's most intractable problems in the way that makes sense to you. Pursue your passions ardently and embrace those unexpected paths in life. I know you will make an impact in whatever you do, and I cannot wait to see what you accomplish next. Before I leave the stage, I want to take a moment to acknowledge our sponsors, particularly our partner, Thermo Fisher Scientific, for their leadership and commitment to this program and for presenting the Thermo Fisher Scientific Ascend Award of $25,000 this evening. Can we please give them another round of applause? I'm also very thankful for the Broadcom Foundation, the Department of Defense, the Lemelson Foundation, and the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, who will be giving awards of $10,000 tonight, as well as the Teaching Institute for Excellence in STEM, who will be presenting the Team Award. And last but not least, I would like to thank the judges who have given their precious time to be here and interact with the finalists this week. Can we give them a big round of applause? Again, congratulations to the 2025 Thermo Fisher JIC finalists. I know this will not be the last time we hear about you and your achievements. So now it is my pleasure to introduce Vice President, Corporate Social Responsibility and Sustainability for Thermo Fisher Scientific, Mariana Matthias.
Thanks, everyone. Maya, thank you so much. What a wonderful evening we're having. Just on behalf of Thermo Fisher Scientific, I'd like to welcome you again. I also want to specifically welcome our finalists here. You are just outstanding. I want to thank your supporters who are here with you. I want to thank our award sponsors and distinguished guests. And a special shout out to the team from the Society for Science who work their magic every year in partnership with Thermo Fisher to make this night and this entire week truly an experience to remember. So thank you so much to everybody who's contributed to Finals Week. For me, one of the memorable moments, I think, was on Saturday. So on Saturday, for those who don't know, our finalists presented their research to the public. Families and students from the community could come in off the street and talk to them about their research. Many of you were there. Thank you for being there. And for Thermo Fisher, one of the things we do is, of course, we mill about, but we also have a station where we sort of offer these gamified product demonstrations. So many of you as finalists participated in those. But in order to run those demonstrations, we have volunteers. Our colleagues are super passionate about this program. And so one of those volunteers was Dr. Brooks. She came out, she was running some of the activities, and eventually she wanted to go talk to the finalists. And so as she moved around the room, she stopped at one of the boards and she said, wow, that graph looks familiar. And when she leaned in, she realized that this finalist had cited her research. She's the author of that research in their research. It was an incredible moment, right? It's just such a reminder that STEM is a team sport. It was like the passing of the baton from one generation to another generation, and just such an important reminder that the seeds we plant today really will lead to tomorrow's discovery. So I love that story. It was a really lovely moment. Now, for those of you who may not be familiar with Thermo Fisher Scientific, we are a global life sciences company with an incredible mission to enable our customers to make the world healthier, cleaner, and safer. We have 120,000 colleagues all over the world who are driven by this mission and dedicate themselves to delivering for our customers and for our communities. They work with our customers across every sector you can imagine, doing things like diagnosing disease, discovering new therapies, powering the energy transition, protecting our planet, keeping our communities safe. You name it, they're on it. We like to say that wherever research and innovation is happening, Thermo Fisher is there supporting in some way. And so as the world leader in serving science, we can't think of a higher calling than making STEM education accessible to all students of all backgrounds. We need all your unique talents, experience, perspectives to really solve the world's most complex problems, like you heard from Maya. And there really is no better partner for this than the Society for Science. Not only do they share our belief that every student has the potential to become an innovator in STEM, but they've been doing that work for over 100 years. Don't worry, Maya hasn't been the CEO for 100 years. But this time of year, I think a lot about potential. Last month, actually, at Thermo Fisher, we had an event. It was open to all colleagues in the company, and we had a chance to hear from Adam Grant. He's an organizational psychologist. His latest book, Hidden Potential, is all about how success doesn't just involve intelligence or technical skill. It's about character. And I thought this was really powerful. So his premise is basically that character skills are, first of all, often undervalued or completely overlooked. And he says this is because long ago, decades ago, these character skills were very unfortunately branded as soft skills. So has anyone heard that terminology before, soft skills? Like, who wants to be soft? Am I right? Not me. Okay. So in reality, these skills are really what unlock our full potential. Think collaboration, curiosity, determination, resilience, right? Adaptability. They shape how we show up for one another, how we share ideas, how we lead, how we persevere when things get tough. It perfectly describes what the Thermo Fisher JIC is all about and what we have seen you all reflect over the course of the past several days. In fact, some of these skills are the ones that actually more accurately predict long-term success, even more than like cognitive ability or talent or some of the things we typically think about. So, finalists, your research is what got you here. But finals week, I hope, has really been about discovering your potential. Your STEM knowledge and technical skills, those are always going to matter. They'll always be important. And your character skills will enable you to make a difference beyond your wildest dreams. Maya gave some great examples of this already from Society alum, right? She even shared her own experience. One of my favorites is actually from the late Jane Goodall. So in 1960, I know, 1960, hang in here with me. You can do it. In 1960, she was 26 years old. She was the first person to actually study chimpanzees. She wasn't a STEM prodigy. In fact, she didn't even have a college degree. But she did have a lifelong dream to study animals in Africa, and she had remarkable motivation that ultimately got her there. So when her boss and mentor asked her to move to Gombe National Park, which is in Tanzania, it really wasn't because of her STEM skills, it was because of her monumental patience. He was sure that she would be successful. It took Jane a full year, 1 year, to earn the trust of one chimp. That monumental patience, along with her resilience and determination, led to groundbreaking discovery that chimps did a lot of things, really at that time we thought only people could do. So her work really reshaped our definition of humanity. And later in her career, it was her empathy, her communication, her courage that inspired an entire global movement around conservation that still continues to this day. And that's why this competition is so special. It's why you are all so special. The Thermo Fisher JIC doesn't just measure what you know, it reveals who you are, and I hope it's really gonna help you grow. So, keep at it. These are the skills that are gonna help you develop character in ways to allow you to reach your full potential in STEM and in life. And together, I truly believe that you'll create a more innovative and inclusive world, and I can't wait to see it and to be a part of it. So congratulations again to all of you. We're so proud to support you, and we can't wait to see where your journey takes you next.
Well, thank you, Mariana. Thank you, Maya. And a huge shout out to Thermo Fisher Scientific and Society for Science for supporting the next generation of STEM superheroes. With their help, we now get to honor you, the class of 2025. And to do that, let's invite Maya back to stage along with another VIP I'm very excited to introduce you to, Thermo Fisher Scientific Vice President and Chief Communications Officer, Sandy Pound. Sandy, come on out. And we are so excited to honor every single one of you for the creativity and the skill that brought you to this national stage right here in Washington, D.C. And what better way to say to congrats than to hand out some hardware. I love me some good hardware. Let's go. It's time for your Thermo Fisher JIC medals. So let's get ready for our first group of students to take the stage. This week, you've not only just earned a medal, but you're officially joining an amazing community of scientists and engineers who are already changing the world, the alumni of Society for Science. So we say, welcome to the family. And when your name is called, please come on to the stage.
Raj C. Chaudhary, Eastern Middle School, Riverside, Connecticut. Concerned by drought and other effects of climate change, Raj C. created an orange peel-based hydrogel to help soil retain moisture. A squash player and guitarist, it's Raj C.'s hope that she can keep using creativity and curiosity to make real-world impacts as an environmental engineer. Singa Chum, Beverly Vista Middle School, Beverly Hills, California. Singa investigated how harvester ants form spatial memories, which can help scientists understand how similar processes work in more complex organisms, like humans. An aspiring microbiologist, Singa helps make memorable spaces in her own community by volunteering as a mural artist. Zeynep Demirbaş, Transit Middle School, East Amherst, New York. Zeynep found that when it comes to detecting stress, large language models like ChatGPT are unreliable in unpredictable ways. While she'll keep studying AI as a computer scientist, Zeynep calls herself a collector of experience. Her other activities include shot put, debate, and making sarma with family. Archishman Day, Solon Middle School, Solon, Ohio. Chess player and violinist. Archishman hopes his study of indoor air pollutants will help families recognize invisible air quality dangers and adopt healthier practices. A proud STEM competition veteran, Archishman enjoys cracking the code to problems after tireless thought and making friendships that last a lifetime. Peter Fernandez Dulé, Julia Landon College Preparatory and Leadership Development School, Jacksonville, Florida. Peter tested AI image generation platforms and found they perpetuated existing gender bias in STEM professions. Passionate about communication and science, Peter can see himself as a psychologist. In his free time, he enjoys fencing and art and served as an ambassador for his middle school. Alice Feng, Granite Ridge Intermediate School, Fresno, California. Alice set out to help local farmers reduce grape pomace waste. In childhood, she once dreamed of receiving a robot for the holidays. Now it's her dream to work as a chemist and to empower girls to explore science by starting a STEM learning center. Arshia Ghosh, Starkey Ranch K-8 School, Odessa, Florida. An aspiring oncologist, Arshia sought a way to make colorectal cancer treatments more effective. Arshia says that to her, STEM isn't just a subject, but a lens through which she sees challenges and imagines solutions. A mixed martial artist, Arshia also swims and plays the cello. Leah Camille Gonzalez, Colegio Rosabel, Guaynabo, Puerto Rico. Aware of the vital role bees play in the ecosystem, Leah and her teammate developed an ant repellent to protect hives from these invasive predators. When Leah isn't reading comics or volunteering at the local preschool, you'll find her on the basketball court or playing the flute. Camila Isabel Gonzalez Thompson, Caribbean School, Ponce, Puerto Rico. Camila's work offered critical insights into both historical exposure patterns and ongoing transmission dynamics of the dengue virus in Puerto Rico. A dancer, Camila volunteers at community health events and can't wait to contribute to fighting infectious diseases as an immunologist. Arya Hersave, Canyon Vista Middle School, Austin, Texas. Arya tested ways to make microalgae a more effective source for biofuel. Other than science, Arya says music, art, and reading make her who she is. She sings Indian classical music, crochets, and loves rushing to the mailbox to pick up her favorite magazines. Matthew Kuo, Renner Middle School, Plano, Texas. Matthew's passion for renewable energy helped generate his project on fuel cell energy efficiency. Other favorite interests include speed cubing, sketching, badminton, and video editing. Matthew would like to pursue a career as a doctor, just like his dad. Tobias Lamb, Longview Micro School, Austin, Texas. For previous science fair projects, Tobias found that music can improve mood and memory. This year, he turned his attention to attention. Himself a musician, Tobias has played piano since he was 5 years old. He also enjoys computer programming and wushu kung fu. Paola Sofia Lumbreras, Acton Middle School, Granbury, Texas. Paola's research on the protective effects of natural antioxidants was inspired by her concerns with maternal health disparities. Now in high school, Paola continues to volunteer for her middle school band, where she was the first chair tuba player. She's also a weightlifter and a aspiring aeronautical engineer. Luca McGill, Emily Gray Junior High School, Tucson, Arizona. The process for Luca's drone-based carbon dioxide monitoring project taught him how important it is in field research to expect the unexpected. A second-degree black belt in Dang Soo Do, Luca's favorite aspect of the sport is helping others build confidence, discipline, and resilience. Pranshi Mehta, Canyon Vista Middle School, Austin, Texas. Why can we land on the moon, Pranshi wondered, at the start of her project, but not treat some cancers? Co-founder of the HOSA Future Health Professionals Prep Club, healthcare combines Pranshi's love for science, art, and service. She also writes and rides bikes with friends. Akil Nagori, Juan Cabrillo Middle School, Santa Clara, California. With his teammates, Akil created a pair of glasses that can scan and convert text into audio that a visually impaired user can understand. A gardener and ukulele player, Akil also loves coding and plans to pursue a career in computer science. Yukta Pandit, the Quarry Lane School, Dublin, California. AI ambassador Yukta developed a new way to detect dyslexia in children before they reach reading age. Yukta is herself a dedicated reader and loves exploring new worlds through books. At 7 years old, she read her first scientific encyclopedia. It was 200 pages long. Owen Thomas McGeeney Park, St. Francis of Assisi Catholic School, Louisville, Kentucky. Future trips to Mars will have to contend with dust that can stick to machinery and people, a problem Owen aimed to solve. He's always loved astronomy and hopes to be a physicist. He also enjoys soccer and playing Magic the Gathering with friends. Caden Terrence Polkamp, Brookside Intermediate School, Friendswood, Texas. Caden's enthusiasm for animals was the basis for his project on the habitability of local retention ponds. Scuba certified since he was 10, Caden is director of marine biology for his school's Critter Care program, proud curator of a 10-gallon aquarium, and a future marine veterinarian. Brady Ryan Sage, St. Thomas More Middle School, Rapid City, South Dakota. Brady built a machine that hits a golf ball with precision. He says his love for golf drove him to discover a newfound passion for engineering. He once made his own pinball machine. Brady is also a skier, actor, and talented balloon animal twister. Simone Smith, St. Cyril of Alexandria School, Tucson, Arizona. Simone wondered if she could use AI to safely identify landmines in a given area. Artificial intelligence and cybersecurity are the parts of being a computer engineer that fascinates Simone the most. She also likes volunteering at a local farm and practicing parkour. Sam Daniel Sopur, Corona Del Mar Middle School, Newport Beach, California. By improving the accuracy of renewable energy forecasts, Sam's work could help lower our reliance on fossil fuels. He sees computer science as a way to build smarter systems that help people, something he applies as a food drive volunteer. Sam also plays tennis and viola. Evan Sun, Juan Cabrillo Middle School, Santa Clara, California. Evan and his teammates chose to pursue their project out of a belief that every student, regardless of visual ability, deserves the opportunity to learn. A violinist and basketball player, Evans always had a natural curiosity for technology and hopes to be a mechanical engineer. Anya Zahira Toron Viodas, Colegio Rosabel, Guaynabo, Puerto Rico. Anya credits her sister with introducing her to science and making her aware of the health risks faced by beehives, the inspiration behind Anya's project. In her free time, Anya plays soccer and the flute, and she would love to design skincare products as a chemist. Sanita Tamala, George S. Mickelson Middle School, Brookings, South Dakota. Sanita produced an at-home, self-sustainable kit for vitamin A supplementation in deficient regions. Working in biomedical engineering, she says, will allow her to take her designs from bench to bedside. Outside the lab, Sanita is often sketching or hiking in the great outdoors. Bhavya Upalapati, Rachel Carson Middle School, Herndon, Virginia. Bhavya engineered a topical delivery system that can circumvent antibiotic resistance. As a TEDx club speaker, Bhavya shines a spotlight on women innovators. Bhavya also plays the hydraulophone, dances kuchipudi, and served as a liaison to the UN General Assembly Summit of the Future. Siddharth Sudarshan Vargadai, running Brushy Middle School, Cedar Park, Texas. Equestrian and pianist, Siddharth addressed the challenge of developing a reliable and efficient energy system for extraterrestrial habitats, like a future Mars colony. Astrophysics allows Siddharth to ask the biggest questions. What is everything? Where did it come from? And seek real answers through science. Christine Wang, the Harker School Middle School, San Jose, California. Christine and her teammate used fruit peel waste to filter contaminants from water. Christine thrives on the energy of water polo, but says writing, another favorite activity, is where she can slow down. She also runs a book exchange for the American Cancer Society. Miles Wu, Hunter College High School, New York, New York. Miles has been folding origami for close to a decade and was curious about its applications in science. In addition to this project, the aspiring biologist once raised $2,000 for the Wild Bird Fund with origami pigeons. Miles is also a runner and cellist. Lucas Shengwen Yen, Juan Cabrillo Middle School, Santa Clara, California. It was important to Lucas and his teammates that their vision system be a portable, affordable, and practical solution for students in need. A singer and scout with dreams of becoming a doctor, Lucas believes that expertise and empathy are a great combination.
Y'all are amazing. Come on, one more round of applause. My goodness. Congratulations to the class of 2025. And Sandy, thank you so much for joining us to recognize this amazing group of finalists. Let's give Sandy a round of applause. We love you, Sandy. Y'all are amazing. Can I say also, too, I want to pause and thank someone else who has made it possible to have you here. Whether it's your mom or your dad, your grandma, your aunt, your mentor, your friend, somebody is with you. And that somebody needs to stand up. If you're here supporting one of our amazing new classmates of 2025, please stand up. Huge round of applause. I actually brought you a special award. It's a thumbs up. Don't say we never did nothing for you. Now, my friends, it is time for our very first award of the evening, the Thermo Fisher Scientific Leadership Award. And it's extra special because it was decided by you, our finalists. Are you wondering who it is? You know who it is. The honoree and tonight's class speaker is from Santa Clara, California, Akil Nagori. Come on up, Akil.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Akil Nagori, and it is an honor to stand before you tonight on behalf of the Thermo Fisher Scientific Junior Innovators Challenge finalist class of 2025. On behalf of my fellow finalists, I would like to sincerely thank the Society for Science and Thermo Fisher Scientific for their generous support in organizing this incredible program and making this event possible. I'm also grateful to our wonderful judges, chaperones, and mentors who supported us throughout our journey. Last but not least, I too would like to give a special thank you to the parents who have been with us from the start through late night deadlines or last minute supply runs. Please give another round of applause for these amazing people. After weeks of hard work and dedication, it's safe to say that it all paid off. We come together today from different places, schools, and backgrounds, each with our own unique ideas. Our projects could not be more different, from using orange peel gels to hydrate crops, to developing a force field to deflect Martian space dust, each solving a scientific issue of its own. Yet, beneath every project lies the same spark, the drive to ask, what if? That question, what if, could literally, in nearly all cases, be how every great scientist started their never-ending journey into the mysteries of the world. It's the question that turns imagination into innovation. If people don't come up with these absurd ideas and beliefs that we can make a difference, the world would still be in the dark ages. The physicist Marie Curie once said, "Nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood." I believe this quote shows and captures what unites us as innovators who don't shy away from the problems we see, but rather ask ourselves, how can we make a difference? This experience has easily been one of the most exciting weeks of my life, and I'm sure my peers would all agree with me. Between the museum visits, the long bus rides filled with laughter, and the team competitions, where we were literally racing against the clock, this week has shown me that the scientific community is more than just breakthroughs, but rather the friendships we build, the skills we gain, and the knowledge we learn. Whether it was building hydraulic systems to mimic crabs or trying to fit 60 people in a loop made of rope, we formed memories that will last far beyond the stage. If there's one thing I hope we all carry forward, it's this: your ideas matter. Don't be afraid to follow them, even when they seem small or uncertain. The problems worth solving rarely come with a map. Maps are made by people brave enough to explore. Give into your curiosity. Stay audacious. Keep trying. Keep building. The future is not going to advance on its own. It's being built by people like you and me right now. Thank you.
Give it up again for Akil. Huge congratulations to you. Very well done. I'm going to lose my job. Next, we are so pleased to introduce you to tonight's keynote speaker. And here to tell us more, please welcome back to the stage, Mary Matthias.
So I now have the distinct pleasure and honor of introducing our keynote speaker, Tamara Richkoff. Tamara's a member of Thermo Fisher's prestigious Finance Leadership Development Program. It's a 2-year rotational program for recent graduates and early professionals. It helps to accelerate their paths to future leadership by exposing them to multiple areas of finance, processes, technologies, and leaders across our company. Currently, Tamara serves as a commercial finance analyst for our Patient Advisory Service division. That's part of our clinical research business. So think trialing new medicines before they go to market. Her previous rotations included group finance planning and analysis for life science solutions. That's products and services used for scientific research, like some of the things you used in your challenges this week. And prior to that, operations finance for genetic sciences. Think genetic analysis for cancers and even testing for illnesses like COVID-19. Before joining us full-time, Tamara completed a summer internship with Thermo Fisher while pursuing dual bachelor's degrees in economics and microbiology at the University of California, Berkeley. California? Are you here? Yes, okay. During her recent undergraduate years, Tamara used Chilean soap bark trees to research the development of sustainable vaccine adjuvants, or substances that enhance the body's immune response to toxins like viruses and bacteria. Outside of work, Tamara runs the nonprofit Rebuild Ukraine Now, which she founded with her family in 2014 to provide medical supplies and other aid to communities affected by conflict across Ukraine. I'm so delighted to welcome Tamara Richkoff to the stage.
Hello, everyone. Good. Thank you so much for having me here today. So excited to be here with all of you. You all represent the future of STEM, so I want to start off by taking a moment to congratulate all of you for working so hard to be here. As I talked to some of you at the dinner, I was really impressed. Seeing how much you have already accomplished is so inspiring. I still remember one of my first competitions, a math contest called Math Kangaroo. Have any of you heard of that one before? I'm seeing some nods, show of hands. Show of hands, okay. Okay, I'm glad they still do that. Well, I was in 6th grade when I did that competition, and I still remember that morning my mom and I made the 2-hour trek to San Jose. And as I walked into this super quiet, tense room, I immediately noticed that I was one of the only girls there. Have any of you ever walked into a room and immediately felt like you were out of place or didn't belong? Show of hands maybe in the audience, and I'm not alone. Yeah, me too. That day I ended up placing below many of my peers. And as I was looking at my score, my mind started to flood with doubts. Is it because I don't go to a rigorous school in the Bay Area? Am I not smart enough? Is it because I'm a girl? See, I've been there. I get it. At 11 years old, I was not all that confident yet. Although I loved STEM subjects, they didn't really come easily to me. And I always felt like I had to try extra hard just to do okay. But looking back, what I also remember most from that time was that even when I didn't fully believe in myself, my parents always did. My parents are immigrants from Ukraine, and they came to the United States after the collapse of the Soviet Union in the 1990s, when Ukraine and other former republics gained independence. And being a first-generation American made me understand the meaning of sacrifice from a very young age. Are there any other first-gens in the audience here today? Show of hands, maybe? Okay, well, you know the drill. Your parents risked everything to create a life of opportunity for you. So now, it's your turn to succeed. No pressure. You better become either a doctor, lawyer, or engineer, all while balancing the music lessons, after-school programs, and other extracurriculars. No biggie. And boy, did I have big shoes to fill to be successful in America. In Soviet Ukraine, my dad was a pediatric surgeon. But after the Soviet Union collapsed, so did Ukraine's economy. And it flipped my family's lives upside down. For example, one minute, my grandparents' lifetime of savings was worth enough to buy a nice house on the beach. The next, my grandma used those same savings to buy tights, lipstick, and a bag of potatoes at the local flea market. Soon, my dad's patients were paying him with things like socks and candy. And you could only survive on socks and candy for so long. So he made the difficult decisions that many immigrants make, to leave everything he knew behind and start over in America. When he arrived in Houston, Texas, my dad spent years taking grueling exams to become a licensed medical doctor in the US. And after he received several offers in surgical residencies, he simply couldn't afford to move. So he accepted an offer in anesthesiology, which was in Houston. Although this was not the specialty that he trained in back home, he found a passion in this new field, helping patients in a different way. And there's also my mom. Now, her journey was no less difficult. She earned her degree in business management in post-Soviet Ukraine. At 20 years old, she met my dad and she followed him to America, excited to continue her business career here. But when she landed, her degree was not being recognized, made even harder by her not having a work permit. So she ended up spending a year writing names on grains of rice before she eventually pursued a degree in nursing. Now, this was not the business career that she built back home, but she found fulfillment in helping others. So, let's go back to me in 6th grade in that math kangaroo competition. There I was, a middle schooler, just like all of you, carrying those doubts and feeling the immense pressure that STEM wasn't just what I was interested in, it was the only way to honor my parents' sacrifices and ensure our family's stability. Now, those doubts continued to follow me into high school. And since STEM subjects never came easily, I continued to feel like I had to prove myself. But just like my parents, I turned my struggle into drive. I decided to take an untraditional path for a high schooler, dual enrollment at community college. In one of my first classes, which was Introduction to Chemistry, I was excited, but also terrified. I was 14, shy, an awkward teenager, and when I first walked into class that day, there was an odd number of students. So when everyone was paired up in lab, I was left alone. Those same doubts started to pipe up in my mind again. Why am I here? No one is my age. I don't belong here. I just want to go home. But the professor noticed, she smiled, and said that we would be partners. And that small act changed everything for me. In that moment, I gained a mentor who solidified my passion for science and helped me develop as a teammate and a leader. In community college, my best friends became 20-something-year-old pre-nursing students, women tackling pre-calculus for the first time, and recent high school grads determined to transfer to a four-year university. Now, I did get lots of, "How old are you?" questions, and "What do you mean your mom has to pick you up after class?" But my friends had no problem studying with me for hours, memorizing amino acids and mapping the central nervous system on whiteboards. Through that experience, I gained not just knowledge, but a community. And little by little, I started to come out of my awkward teenage shell. Afterwards, my determination took me to Berkeley, where I was accepted as a biology major. My hard work had paid off, and I was ready to pursue the path that I worked so hard for, being pre-med. Now, I would definitely make my immigrant parents proud. But soon I found myself in economics classes, fascinated by how markets operate, how people make decisions, and how those decisions ripple through communities. But if I picked up economics as a second major, it meant taking a risk. What if I failed? Couldn't find a job in business like my mom? Was I losing the passion for science and medicine that I've had for so long? There was no longer time to intellectually explore. I had to choose a path. So, I decided to step off the pre-med track. And it paid off. Today, I'm part of Thermo Fisher Scientific's Leadership Development Program, where I get to spend 2 years trying 4 different roles before I decide what's next for me. Each one of my rotations has required the collaboration, creativity, and leadership that I developed along my journey. Now, there were plenty of moments in my journey where I doubted whether I belonged. But that same girl who felt out of place at her first math competition and in community college, she's standing in front of you, the next generation of STEM leaders, telling you something crucial. Your differences aren't your setbacks. They're your power-ups. For me, being shy meant I listened closely and noticed things that others might miss. Being the youngest in my classes taught me to ask questions, even when I felt out of place. And having parents who came from another country helped me connect with people from all kinds of different backgrounds and understand what it feels like to represent more than just yourself. Now, maybe for you, it's being the one who struggles in math or shines in biology, or being the person who brings everyone together in a group project, helping the team succeed, and you're still figuring it out yourself. Look around this room. You are the top 30 middle school scientists in America. You've earned your place here, but I bet some of you still carry the question I carried. Do I really belong? Let me answer that for you. You belong here, not despite who you are, but because of who you are. The future of science isn't in rooms where everyone looks the same, thinks the same, or comes from the same places. The future of science is in rooms like this one, where different perspectives meet, different stories collide, and curiosity comes in every shape, size, and background. In a few years, you'll all be the ones leading research teams, developing new technologies, solving problems we can't even imagine yet. And when that happens, remember this very moment. Remember that your path to STEM and leadership doesn't have to look like anyone else's. So, here's my challenge to you. Stay curious and keep building your own path. The road ahead isn't always clear. Sometimes you'll take the path that everyone expects, and sometimes you'll forge your own. Both are right as long as they're yours. Thank you all for reminding me why I fell in love with STEM in the first place. Now, go out there and change the world.
One more time for Tamara. Isn't she amazing? Awesome insights. You've dedicated the class of JIC 2025. And I heard y'all been busy this week. Is that true? Do you have a packed? Are you tired? No, you're full of energy. I can see it. I like it. You've been coding with microbit processors to address climate, to conducting environmental forensics, to solve public issues in health, to exploring physics and engineering and chain reactions. And I even heard you were working with a biomimicry design and a blue crab hydraulic claw. What is going on? What a world. Where was I this week for that? My goodness. I also heard you got to meet your senators and representatives on Capitol Hill and show off your research to the public at Planet Word. But you still had some time to have fun, didn't you? Guess what? A lot of that was captured. Oh no. It's all good stuff. Should we roll a highlight reel? Who wants to see a highlight reel? Have a look.
Wait, that was phosphate, right? That was phosphate.
The Thermo Fisher Scientific Junior Innovators Challenge is the premier middle school STEM competition in the United States. Today, we are bringing 30 finalists to really celebrate their innovations.
Thermo Fisher, I've known about it since I was in like 4th grade because I went to a district fair, and when I got that call, I was just like over the moon.
I was so amazed and surprised that like something I had thought about at the dinner table or conducted research for in my room could end up getting focused on a national stage.
Yes, it's been super fun explaining my project to different students and talking to people all around the United States.
Go, go!
So in terms of collaboration, it was super fast-paced. Like everyone, I don't think I've been in a team that's worked so well before. Like all of us, we assign our roles super well.
I would say in schools, it's more how well do you know this subject. But in Thermo Fisher, we had to work as a team and we had to utilize our strengths and weaknesses.
I learned the importance of communicating with the whole team because what you might think is clear might not be clear to everybody else.
We're learning to work with people that we've never met before and bouncing ideas off each other.
Yeah.
Competitions like the Thermo Fisher JIC are critically important to improving and increasing access to STEM education, allowing students to get their hands on some of our innovative technologies, really see the fun in science, and to better understand how they can contribute to the future of STEM education.
We did a lot of hands-on experiments in a lot of different subjects like coding and biology, and it was really cool.
That was like very amazing. We got to use tools that real scientists use on a daily basis.
One of the things that's really inspiring about getting to meet these finalists this week is they have so many diverse interests. We're really reaching deeply into communities and making sure that students of all backgrounds have the opportunity to be part of this program. We want to make sure that the future workforce reflects society.
I was like, you know what? I want to do something medicine. I want to help make a difference.
I hope to become a climatologist.
I've always had a passion for renewable energy.
We thought, how can we impact the next generation?
And especially with the world we live in today, we're always looking for new solutions that we can create to the problems we face currently.
Everyone around me showed that curiosity and ambition is ageless, and you can do anything like you want to with just a little bit of curiosity and imagination, even at the age of 13.
1, 2, 3, go green!
Go orange!
Oh, yeah. Y'all had some fun. What a fantastic week. I think we can all agree, though, this has been a really rigorous competition. And over the last few days, there's been an esteemed panel of judges that has evaluated the scientific research and communication skills of each and every finalist, no pressure, as well as the creativity and collaboration skills during team challenges. So before we announce tonight's top awards, Dr. Katie Boggs, chair of the judging panel, is going to share a few words. Dr. Katie Boggs, come on to stage.
Good evening, everyone. I guess I have to adjust this a little bit. On behalf of all the judges, I want to say what a privilege it's been to meet all of this year's finalists. We've really been inspired by your creativity, your persistence, and your curiosity. These are qualities that define great scientists and engineers at every age. When we introduce ourselves to the students, we usually share a fun fact. I typically say, I'm Judge Katie, and I send people to other planets. Lately, I've started sharing that the fun fact is that my PhD is in rare earth magnets. So a few of your parents just had a like, whoa, right now. But for the first 20 years after I finished my graduate degree, that fact wasn't actually very useful at dinner parties. The field in the United States had completely dried up, and just like right around when I was finishing graduate school in around 2002. But today the field is a hot topic, and this history is a reminder that what you learn in science doesn't expire. It's a foundation. The habits you're building now, asking questions, testing ideas, figuring out why and how things work, will serve you no matter where your path leads. Scientists ask why. Engineers build on those discoveries to create how. Entrepreneurs test the boundaries of what's possible in a product. Every one of you, through your projects and the challenges this week, has shown that you already understand that continuum, from curiosity to creation. As we gather tonight to celebrate your achievements, I hope you take a moment to recognize how far you've come. The hours spent designing experiments, sending your parents to get supplies in the middle of the night, troubleshooting unexpected results, and refining your ideas. They've all brought you here. Whether or not your name is called in a few moments, you've already accomplished something remarkable. You've proven that you can think deeply, explore boldly, and bring new ideas into the world. On behalf of the entire judging team, I sincerely want to congratulate you all on everything you've achieved. We cannot wait to see where your curiosity takes you next. Thank you very much for sharing your work with us. for giving us your whole heart in these projects this week. And congratulations to all of the 2025 Thermo Fisher JIC finalists.
Thank you, Dr. Boggs. This is getting exciting, extra exciting. And a big thank you, too, to the entire judging panel. Their passion and commitment to promoting STEM education is huge, and we appreciate it. And now, my friends, it is on to the awards. And we are going to start with the team award. And I saw something in this highlight video that I got to call out. I feel like each of the teams had their own little thing, their own little secret handshake. That has to be done on stage, or you don't get the award. Right, Dr. Boggs? Sure. Thank you. She's like, she has the microphone. She's in charge, just for now. Okay. TIES, the Teaching Institute for Excellence in STEM, is a global organization uniting partners in a wide range of fields and industries to transform learning and to make STEM accessible to all students. And given that teamwork and collaboration are at the core of the work, TIES is proud to sponsor the Team Award for the 5th year now. So we love TIES. This award is presented to the team that best demonstrates their ability to work together and solve problems through shared decision-making, communication, and scientific and engineering collaboration. Dr. Katie Boggs, ready to represent the award to the team? Each of the 5 team members will receive a $200 gift card to a science supply company to help them pursue their interest in STEM. And without further ado, the team award goes to the green team. Come on up, green team. A big congratulations to the green team. Don't you think you're getting off the hook? What was that move? You guys had that, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations to the green team! Green team for the win. All right. Once again, thank you to TIES for their support. And next up, we welcome back on Maya and Marin to the stage to announce STEM Awards. Our first and second place winners in science, technology, engineering, and math have been selected for skills shown for their promise in the field. Now, here's the deal. This is big. First place winners will be awarded $3,500 and second place winners $2,500 to support a summer STEM camp experience of their choice. And also we threw in an iPad, because why not? First, let's go to the Science Award, given to the finalists who best demonstrate drive, patience, precision in their scientific work. I'm feeling hot. Okay. The second place Science Award goes to, from San Jose, California, Christina Wang. Christina, come to stage. Don't go through the exit. You're going the wrong way. Congratulations, Christina. Amazing stuff. And now, the first place Science Award goes to, from Austin, Texas, Pranchi Mehta. Pranchi, get that iPad, you deserve it. First place winner in the science category. Congratulations, Pranchi. Nice job. All right, we're going from science to technology. This is my category here. All right, the Technology Award presented to the finalists who exhibit the best technical creativity, innovation, and imagination. The second place Technology Award goes to, from Fresno, California, Alice Fang. welcome to stage, Alice. Congratulations. Winner of the second place technology award. Alice, I'm gonna borrow your bow. I love it. It's so my style. The first place technology award. Are y'all ready for this? First place tech award? All right. Without further ado, from Friendswood, Texas, Caden Terrence Polkamp. All right. Congratulations. First place winner. Get him, Caden. Nice job. All right, you know the role. Science, technology, engineering, math. So we're on the engineering award. And this is given to the finalists whose best demonstrates skill in engineering design, implementation, and solving real-world problems with enthusiasm. The second place engineering award goes to, from Tucson, Arizona, Luca McGill. Come to stage. All right, Luca. Nice job, Luca. Give him another round of applause. Congrats. And the first place engineering award from Rapid City, South Dakota, Brady Ryan Sage. Nice job, Brady. Amazing stuff. Congratulations. And the Mathematics Award presented to the finalists who display proficiency in precise and accurate analytical technique and consistent perceptive data analysis. Let's go. The second place Math Award goes to, from Cedar Park, Texas, Siddharth Sudarshan Vergodai. All right, Siddharth. Congratulations on that second place award, Siddharth. What's in the water in Texas? We got something, huh? All right. First place Math Award. Y'all ready? Oh my gosh, I just said this. From Austin, Texas, Tobias Lamb. Tobias, congratulations. Everybody's moving to Texas. First place winner, Math Award. One more round of applause. Let's give it up for all our winners in the STEM categories. And thank you again to Maya and Marin. We're having some fun. Woo! Give me a bottled water back there. Okay. Now here to tell us more. We got more awards, my friends. Tell us more about the next series of awards as our Society for Science Chief Advancement Officer. Please give a very big warm welcome to Dawn Abel.
Thank you, Katie, and good evening, everyone. It is my great pleasure to join you tonight and celebrate these remarkable students for their achievements. Let's find out more about these top-level honors, beginning with the Broadcom Coding with Commitment Award. Broadcom Foundation encourages basic coding as an essential 21st century skill that empowers young people to become the scientists, engineers, and innovators in the highly technical world they will inherit, and solve the grand challenges embodied in the 17 Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations. The Broadcom Coding with Commitment Award recognizes a student who uses coding to solve a problem the student cares about that aligns with the 17 Sustainable Goals. Here to present the Broadcom Coding with Commitment Award, we are pleased to be joined by Head of U.S. Federal Government Affairs at Broadcom, Inc., Rochelle Celebrezzi. Tonight's award honors the finalist whose project and performance demonstrates a passion for helping or improving the community by combining STEM knowledge with coding and computational thinking. The Broadcom Coding with Commitment Award of $10,000 goes to, from Santa Clara, California, Akil Naguri. Congratulations, Akil. Next, we have the DoD STEM Talent Award. DoD STEM is proud to support STEM education. Our nation's future success and leadership depends on the next generation of innovators whose technical expertise is critical for solving the complex scientific problems we face now and will in the future. Tonight's finalists are the scientists and engineers who will envision solutions and bring them into reality. They are the innovators and problem solvers who will make the world a better place. DoD STEM partnered with the Society through the Defense STEM Education Consortium to provide funding for the STEM Talent Award. On behalf of DoD STEM, we welcome Dr. Katie back to the stage to present. The award is presented to the finalist that demonstrates excellence in science, technology, engineering, or math, along with the leadership and technical skills necessary to excel in the STEM workforce and to build a better community for tomorrow. And the DoD STEM Talent Award of $10,000 goes to, from Jacksonville, Florida, Peter Fernandez DeLay. Thank you, DoD STEM, and congratulations to Peter. Next, we present the Lemelson Foundation Award for Invention. The Lemelson Foundation supports the people and systems behind the creation of inventive and innovative products that have a positive impact on society, reflect environmental responsibility, and contribute to a sustainable economy. Invention is key to addressing our most pressing challenges. From sustainable agriculture to healthcare advancements and clean energy solutions, invention improves lives on both a local and global scale. Here, on behalf of the Lemelson Foundation, please welcome Invention Education Fellow at Society for Science, Laurel Bingman. This award celebrates a young inventor who exemplifies the ideals of inventive thinking and whose ingenuity has addressed a pressing societal issue that serves to improve lives through invention. This finalist's work showcases a remarkable application of empathy, STEM knowledge, innovative design, and an entrepreneurial spirit, culminating in a tangible product that addresses a real-world need. The Lemelson Foundation Award for Invention of $10,000 goes to, from Santa Clara, California, Evan Sun. Congratulations, Evan. Let's give Evan another round of applause. And our thanks to the Lemelson Foundation for their support. The next award is the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation Award for Health Advancement. The Robert Wood Johnson Foundation is a leading national philanthropy dedicated to taking bold leaps to transform health in our lifetime. Through funding, convening, advocacy, and evidence building, RWJF works side by side with communities, practitioners, and institutions to get to health equity faster and pave the way together to a future where health is no longer a privilege, but a right. Dr. Katie returns to present this award on behalf of RWJF. This award recognizes the student whose work and performance show the most promise in health-related fields, while also demonstrating an understanding of the many social factors that affect the health of communities. The winner of this award will receive $10,000. The Robert Wood Johnson Award for Health Advancement goes to, from Ponce, Puerto Rico, Camila Isabel Gonzalez Thompson. Congratulations, Camila. Our final honor of the evening is the much anticipated Thermo Fisher Scientific Ascend Award. Here to announce this prestigious award, I'm honored to welcome back Maren Mathias, along with Barry Williams, Global Product Manager, Life Sciences Solutions of Thermo Fisher Scientific. Please welcome them to the stage.
Hi again. I realize we're the last people between you and the announcement of our top prize, so we'll try to keep things brief. Remember what I said earlier about what's possible when STEM skills meet life skills? Well, that's what this award is all about. Tonight's top honor is called the Ascend Award. You can see what that stands for behind us. It's coming. It's on its way. I've invited my colleague Barry Williams to join me because he's a pro at cultivating exciting new discoveries. He has one of the coolest roles at Thermo Fisher. He works in our R&D, or research and development team, to create innovative products that enable scientists to make groundbreaking discoveries in areas like diabetes and cancer research. So, Barry, what are some of the skills you use most in your role?
Great question. First of all, thank you for hyping me up so much. JK. So, for background, I have an engineering background, so I use that pretty frequently with talking to scientists, but I also use a lot of other non-technical skills to coordinate teams in Thermo Fisher to deliver life-saving products. So some of those skills include critical thinking, creativity to help develop product vision, communication to help guide a product roadmap and tell the team what we're trying to achieve, then also using a lot of leadership to coordinate those teams to make sure we're on the same page. I also use a lot of empathy and also listening skills to make sure everyone's ideas are heard as we help to build these products. And then, I'm sure all of you have faced with your projects. There's always challenges that pop up along the road, and just using teamwork and creativity to kind of overcome those challenges.
That's great. Very well put. Very impressive. So it sounds like you'd agree that cultivating exciting new discoveries requires a lot more than just STEM knowledge.
100%.
I'm so surprised by that answer.
In fact, if there's this finalist out there who kind of demonstrates, a lot of character and leadership, we should definitely award them.
You're not going to believe this, Barry. Your wish is about to come true. Would you like to do the honors?
I'd love to. Okay, so the Ascend Award goes to the finalist who helps demonstrate mastery of all the STEM areas, who uses research, innovation, teamwork to help really make our everyday lives better. We're confident this individual will make a significant and lasting impact in their chosen field.
Are you ready? Yes? Last award of the night, big award. Maya, thank you for coming out and joining us for this. Is it heavy?
I'm a little nervous. I hope I'm going to drop it. Alrighty, you guys ready?
Yes.
So the Thermo Fisher Scientific Ascend Award of $25,000 goes to, from New York, Miles Wu.
Once again for Miles, congratulations! I now want to welcome back all 5 winners. The Broadcom Coding and Commitment Award winner, the DoD STEM Award winner, come on back to stage. the Lemelson Foundation Award for Invention, and also the winner of the Robert Wood Johnson Award for Health Advancement. Come on up and get a photo. Huge congratulations to each of you. Big award winners tonight. And you know what? As we wrap up this amazing evening, I'm going to invite everybody back to stage that was a winner. You're all amazing winners. All our JIC finalists to the stage for one last epic class photo. We know that this week you have taken on so many challenges, and the 30 of you have discovered new skills, made so many new friends, as you can see, and also shown us the power of curiosity. Y'all have proven that science is more than facts. It's about creativity, teamwork, and bold ideas. This world is full of big challenges, and guess what? We're looking at the people right here that one day are going to solve them. So again, for our 30 finalists, because every single one of you is a winner, congratulations! Well, my friends, on behalf of everyone here and our amazing crew, that is a wrap. And on behalf of the Society for Science and Thermo Fisher Scientific, thank you so much for joining us. We can't wait to see all the amazing things that each of you do. And thank you, parents, friends, and mentors for supporting. That's a wrap. And until next time, stay tuned.